I started playing the blues backwards. My wife came back to me, the dog came back to life, and I got let out of prison. Hi, welcome to Pictures, Noise and Words. This is Nocturnal Bloodlust. I've done Nocturnal Bloodlust before and really enjoyed it. Unfortunately, you can't see that video because all of my Japanese videos got taken down. However, as I keep saying, when I do a Japanese video, I'm slowly building up a repertoire of Japanese videos again, but they will always be synchronized. I will not be playing the audio or the video. Sorry about that. So there's a link below. I'll tell you when to start your video, and it'll start at the same time as my video, and so we're in sync. Anyway, Nocturnal Bloodlust, Japanese. This is a song called Whiteout, and it's from an EP called Whiteout. This is just one cover. The problem, another thing about Japanese releases is that they release them in all different formats, and they do different covers and special editions and all of this sort of thing. It's basically just a way of selling the same product 5 times. So this is a cover. How's that? I really was surprised the first time I saw Nocturnal Bloodlust, because it kind of just came and slapped me in the face really quite hard, because it was not what I expected. It's super high quality, and the singer's voice goes all over the place, and so did the style of the song that I did. What was the song I did? I think it was Genesis, I think it was called, and I was just blown away. So nobody has asked for this. I just thought, I'll go on, let's find another Nocturnal Bloodlust song. So here we are, Whiteout. I haven't seen it. I've seen, that's not quite true. I've seen about 10 seconds of it because I wanted to check that the video was a video. You know, that it was what I thought I'd found. What I thought I had found. How's that? And it's very white and snowy, but as there's things called Whiteout, that shouldn't have come as too much of a surprise, should it? So anyway, let's get on with it. Like I say, I couldn't call myself a fan, because I haven't listened to them very much, to be honest. But the last time I did one of their songs, I just remember going, good grief, you know. So I'm going to start my video, and you're going to start your video at the same time. So I'll count you in. Okay. 3, 2, 1, click. It's an odd production choice that they've made for the chorus. That audio effect. Okay. So, I'm always totally impressed by bands that can jump from genre to genre quite sort of effortlessly, because stitching all of that together is, and making it work, and I'm pretty sure I've said this in the past, but stitching all of that stuff together and making it work without making it seem too abrupt is a skill, you know. And these guys go from extreme kind of shouty metal right over into pop and back again and somewhere in between, and then go off on a tangent and whatever, and making all of that work, like I say, that's, you know, that's quite hard. These songs sometimes make me feel like they were written by 20 people, so they all had, you know, they all threw a bit in and kind of went, yeah, okay, now how are we going to join all of this together? One thing about this song that I didn't like, so here we go, is I didn't like the audio production for the chorus. It was clearly a choice. It's not, because, you know, there's nothing wrong with the production of the song. So it was clearly a choice to make the chorus that kind of messy sounding, kind of lo-fi sound to it, that made it kind of a little bit jumbled, and it just didn't, I mean, it's kind of a personal choice this, but I just didn't really like the sound of the chorus at that bit. But you know, the amount of energy that comes out of them, considering this is a promotional video, it's not live, so getting all that energy out of something that's pre-recorded and you know, done in a studio, it's quite a trick. So it's one of those Japanese bands that would really struggle if it was a UK band, I think, because people, I suspect, just wouldn't be as accepting of all of those jumble of genres here, whereas in Japan it just works so well. And if I'm wrong, you know, please do point out bands in the UK or maybe in the US that can do this sort of thing, because I'm not aware of them. So yeah, basically Nocturnal Bloodlust, this, you know, it's kind of, their stuff is kind of endlessly entertaining, and you don't have to be a massive fan to see that. You know, you don't have to think, well, you know, I don't want to buy it, but you can still see all of the stuff that's going on in those songs. And I keep doing this with my hands, don't I? So yeah, I think I liked Genesis more, just because I remember that, but then that was the first song I'd heard, so that was my first exposure to them, and it just kind of blew me away. So I guess this time I was expecting, I kind of knew what I was getting, you know, a little more, so that kind of takes the edge off, doesn't it? You can only see something for the first time once, obviously, which always makes me wonder when you see people just constantly amazed by hearing the same band over and over again on YouTube channels. You know, you see people are just constantly amazed by seeing a song by this band, and then they see another song by the same band and they're amazed again, and then they see another song by the same band and they're amazed again. Yeah, I guess some people are just more easily amazed. Nocturnal Bloodlust, it's great stuff. It's great stuff. I can't quite get my head around how the Japanese music industry does its releases, because they just like to put out just a standalone single, or they'll put out an EP, or they'll put out an album, and then they'll have 5 versions of all of those things. it's just too confusing for me. Plus, I'm not willing to buy the same song 5 times. But that's just like a constant moan that I have about trying to understand Japanese metal and not Japanese metal, the Japanese metal industry, I guess. But another thing, you know, this is a Visual Kei band, and Baldman Reacts pointed out to me quite rightly that the thing about Visual Kei is it's a style, but it doesn't necessarily, it's not necessarily a musical genre. So when you're watching, if someone says, oh, it's a Visual Kei band, you don't know what you're gonna get, because you'll know that it's going to be quite stylized, you know, the what they're wearing and the look of them and all of that kind of style. But musically, you know, this is not Versailles, is it? And so it's not like if someone says death metal, I know what I'm going to get. But if someone says Visual Kei, it could be anything from power metal to this, you know. So yeah, that's another strange thing for me, is trying to figure out what Visual Kei means. Yeah, I'm just going to talk and talk and talk here, so I'll shut up. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Let me know what you think, as always. Bye bye.